Another day, another crime. The city once again is Delhi. At this point, we should ask the question why it's Delhi every time. We should also consider the fact that when something happens in Delhi, it garners the national news, national attention much easily. That is right. Maybe if the same incidents happen somewhere else, it would not garner so much attention. But in the last 2 or 3 months, there are too many incidents in Delhi for the citizens to be comfortable. Anyhow, this is the what will be the charges series where we attempt to decode what will be the charges that will be put against the accused in a particular case. So I think you all know the case by this time, but for the references, so this Sahil Gehlot, this person killed his live-in partner Nikki Yadav and then got married the very next day. So the incident is that Sahil Gehlot and Nikki Yadav were in a live-in relationship for a long time, and then this guy's marriage was fixed with another woman. According to him, under family pressure, he had to agree for that marriage. अभी श्रीमान ने वो बात अपने लिव-इन पार्टनर से कही नहीं. He kept it a secret. 10th of February was the date of the marriage. And on 9th of February, this Sahil Gehlot and Nikki Yadav, they met and they had plans to go to Goa. Then the Goa plan didn't work out for tickets or something else. Then they planned to go to Himachal. They went to a bus stand. I think it's called Kashmiri bus stand, something in Delhi. And there somehow Nikki got the information about the marriage that is going to take place between his live-in partner and another woman. Maybe from Sahil himself or from any other source. But she got to know the fact. A fight broke out, and in the heat of the moment, according to the accused, he strangled her with a data cable and then stuffed his body in a fridge where in his own restaurant. So according to him, he killed her in the bus stand, then drove her to the restaurant and then dumped her body in that refrigerator. And on the day of love, 14th February, her body was discovered, stuffed in that fridge, and this person, Sahil Gehlot, was arrested. What a news to have on the Valentine's Day. But now let's try to decode the sections that are going to be imposed on Sahil. Firstly, section 302, obviously for murder. And the maximum punishment in this section can go up to death penalty, which is again very rare. In this case, the chances are very blink that a death penalty will impose, maybe a life imprisonment or whatever. That's the part of conviction. But yeah, section 302 will be one of the charges. Next, we have section 201 of the IPC, which is for disappearing evidences. Now, he killed Nikki Yadav, the girl, his live-in partner, then shoved her body into the fridge, right? So obviously that will count as disappearance of evidence. He tried to disappear the evidence. And so that charge will be put, and for a cognizable offense, which is this murder is obviously a cognizable offense. So in a cognizable offense, when someone tries to disappear evidence, the maximum punishment can be 7 years. So that is there. And finally, the third section that will be imposed on Sahil Gehlot, it will be section 325 for grievous hurt. Now, in the Shraddha Walker case, I have explained why section 325 will be imposed on the accused if section 302 has already been imposed. He has committed murder, so why grievous hurt again? And I'll give the example that I have always given. The theory is simple, that you cannot give a higher section without also implicating the accused in the lower section. So suppose somebody has broken into your house for the purpose of theft and they have committed theft. They have taken something from your house. Now, when that person is arrested, he will be charged with section 397 for theft, but also under section 447 for trespass, because for the commission of theft they had to do the preceding act of trespass. So you have to implicate them under both sections. That's how the criminal jurisprudence works. So in this case, before committing the murder, he had to grievously hurt the victim. So moments before the murder, moments before Nikki Yadav died, Sahil has already committed the offense of grievous hurt. Suppose she didn't die. She survived somehow. Even in that case, this offense of grievous hurt would have been committed. right? So that section also needs to be implemented in this particular offense. And suppose if he is convicted under all these sections, then these sentences for, suppose he is given life imprisonment or 14 years for the murder and 7 years for suppose the disappearing of evidence, and suppose 10 years for the grievous hurt, then these sentences will not run consecutively. They will run concurrently. That is, he will not serve 7 plus 14 plus 10. He will be serving 14 years at max, and within those 14 years, he will also have served the 7 and the 10 years. Right? That's how the criminal jurisprudence works. Because otherwise, because at the time of an offense, sometimes accused is convicted under so many sections. If we have to run them consecutively, it may go up to 125 years, and that is very impractical. So most of the times when accused is convicted under multiple sections, the sections run, the punishment runs concurrently, and the actual amount of time that the convicted person does in jail is the section under which he was punishment for the maximum term. Alright, so in this particular case, this will be the section. We'll see you in the next video, and we really hope we don't have to make these videos very often.